Hey yo, it's me, Ren, back again for another adventure. We're trying something a little new today. We are noodling about with our joyful little art program. That's what I thought it might do, actually. Let me go ahead and fix this little baby. Not that one. Also not that one. Where are we going with this, kids? No, 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 no. Interesting. Okay, so that cares about what tab I'm on. But if I've got it over here, it does what I want it to. Awesome. All right, so we are just gonna... Oops, nope, that's not what I meant. It's all good, babies. We're just fumbling around on Twitter for a minute, just to make sure the stuff we want to have out there is out there. All right, I think we're good now. I think we're good. And we've got some chill hop beats. I recently added those to my stees here. So we got some new little groove while we draw here that we didn't have before. I'm gonna try to bring this volume down. Oh, not quite that much. There, that seems like a good level to me. You can let me know. You can let me know how you're feeling. Oh, interesting. So that does for sure just change. Ah, I see. So I gotta have it like that. All right, we're learning things. We're learning things about our display. But what we're doing now is working on our little animals here that I want to be making. So first of all, got to give a shout out to Kyle. I linked to him yesterday on my Twitter. Check it out there. But he's the fellow that did the art for Leader Games, which is who put out the game Robut, which is what all this jazz is about. These two little images here are from his page, and then the ones next to them are the ones that I'm creating. You can see how they're inspired but not traced, and we're just working on coloring those today. So we're going to be zooming in a little bit and just working on what layers are layers. So I know that this one is Robut talking. And then this layer here is Ren talkie. And that means this one's Robut quiet. And this one is, oopsie doodle. All right, we got a little stray lines going over here. Gotta figure out where those ones ended up. Who's got that? Who did that? Okay, so you're over there. I see you. Let's go ahead and get our eraser here. And we gotta be on what layer? It's Ren talkie. Yeah, it's the Ren talkie layer. Let's go ahead and just erase these puppies off of there. Yeah, that's what we want. And then we'll bring Ren Quiet back on here. And grab a little pen time here to be coloring these in a little bit more here. Now, of course, I'm doing all this, and I'm going to be making these into their own little guys. I'm thinking 266 by 266. Yeah, I mean, or 250 by 250. What kind of file sizes do I want to be fussing around with? You know, I won't fuss with them just yet. I'm going to go ahead and just work on what I got. I'll move them a little farther away from each other. And then we'll work on some things. Now, one of the cool things, I got to look up his real actual name, because just calling him Kyle all the time really kind of makes it seem like I've got some sort of more art. Kyle Farron. The Roots Kyle Farron. There we go. I'm going to pop a link of his in our chat here. If you go there, you can see some of his art. It's super cute. Can't speak to him as a person. Don't know him. But I like his art. But let's go ahead and start working here. Now, everything I know about digital art, I've learned from Drawfee. So do with that what you will. And we're going to just toss my keyboard around. All I've got is a little Intuit, I think, or Wacom. Wacom. Let's see. Robut Talkie. Let me get back over here, because I do want to add a little more of a mustache here, because I feel like that's important for how things look on him. He's a very hairy robot. Truth be told, I spent a lot of time on hair. Nah, I can't commit to my own shtick as a who's what's it. I just keep on being like, yeah, but he's not really a robot. Like, no shit, he's not really a robot. Nobody actually thought he was a robot. I don't have to appease people and be like, so I say that I made him, but I didn't actually make him. I didn't create him my own self. I'm not that sophisticated. All right, so we just blued out our little guys here, and we're going to be doing some fine tracing, some careful tracing. And for careful tracing, we can get a little more fun, maybe a little textured pen. I think I'll do a little textured pen. Might be fun. Hey, Lydia, what you up to? Meow, meow, meow? Nope, just Donk Patrol. Okay, so then if I add myself a little layer over you, now we can get back in. Oh, this is an interesting brush for sure. Maybe I should zoom out a little bit, get a little better idea of what I'm doing with this pup here. I don't know if I like that one. I don't have a lot of exciting pens or pencils yet. This one's a real G pen. It's not just a little G pen, it's a real G pen. Well, I kind of like that. Cute thing here. We just gotta start drawing here. Do I like that one, or do I want to do with just the G pen? I'm so zoomed in. I bet I don't need to be this zoomed in. Oh well. Listen, this is what we're doing. This is how it's gonna be. So we've got their little ears here. Little otter ears. So yeah, the video game, quote unquote, Root is actually a port of their board game, which is all about little creatures. I've played a couple of them, but it's about little woodland creatures. If you're familiar with Redwall, a book series by Brian Jacques, then you might be familiar with the idea of little woodland creatures just living out there, drinking dandelion tea, and warding off the enemies of wildcats and savage birds. I don't know if savage like angry and dangerous, not like less evolved in any way. Though there is a little bit of that in the Redwall. Hard saying. Alright, so we've got our little curls here. His beard's a little more beardy than it was before, but I'll allow it. Yeah, sometimes when you go in to ink over these more random lines, trying to be careful with it, and they stop being so random. But they're still pretty cute. I do like this little guy. And give him a little more peach fuzz up here. A little more bang for your buck, as it were, here. There you are. Look at you. Look at you, little bud. I'm not sure how thick I want things to be. Line-wise. I'm not great with line consistency yet. You'd think I'd go ahead and figure that out, like either opacity-wise or something. Not opacity. Just change the settings to make it more even. There we go. Your eyebrow is now in front. But, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now, and that's all we really need to worry about just yet. Just tracing my own work, modeled after somebody whose style I enjoy. There we go. I'm liking that. I'm liking that little change to face. I gotta say, this groove music is pretty rad. Most of the time I listen to podcasts while I'm, or Drawfee while I'm drawing. But, you can't do that when you're streaming. You can't just stream other people's streams while you're streaming. So I tried out this chill hop thing. Got the permissions figured out. Got everything set up for myself and for y'all. It's just a cool little thing. Just a cool little thing. It's good groove music. All right. So now one of the things that I haven't done yet, but that I will do, is the shading, because the shading on these little root characters is very dark. It's very like hatch lines. So I'm not entirely happy with his little hand here, but yeah, I'll have him holding it like that. A little more paw-like. A little more grabby hands. Grab you with my grabby hands. Don't want those lines to connect. Thank you. Now this could be money. This could be the cards. I'm gonna go with cards because all of their money in Root is coin based, honestly. So they're not really running into cash monies out there. It would be nonsensical. There's no really standard government to support any kind of national treasury or mint kind of thing going on here. So it's all just filthy lucre. You gotta have the coins. He's got a little Arthur fist back there. You can't tell. Alright, and we're just putting our lines down here. He's got a little belt on for his little coin purse. Got a little bit of a overhang here. You always love a good rope belt. Never know when you might need a bit of rope, honestly. Let's go ahead and make that read a little more like a rope belt here. Give it some edges and some lines and whatnot. So you going in? Oh, that's not a great job. It's good enough. Oh, don't add things after the fact. Once you've made your templates, don't keep editing them. Stick with the goods. Alright, so then you've got your little coin purse here knotted on to the waist. Oh, I like this groove. And then the tail's coming up through here. Just giving a little pull to this vest, or this little jacket here. You gotta account for the pull of the tail on the jacket. This is the thing. Boom. Let's go ahead and get your eyes in here. Am I making you even more shifty-eyed? No trust, no squeezy. How do we feel about that? That's a little too... Oop, a little too sleepy-eyed here. Come on, you. Nope, nope. You gotta keep it, like, roughly the same size, or the eyes are like... So now he's kind of turned away from us. That's looking a little better. Groovy. Alright, so now we've got our little tunic, which is coming here out of this jacket. And in the design, it had like this little cut up. And I guess I'll keep it. Give it a little slit up the skirt, like a sexy dress. But it's a ragged tunic, so it's probably more like just where it split as I was running somewhere. Now I love the little shoes that they've got here in his style of art, because they are little sack shoes that just make everything easier. You just make this little triangle. They remind me a little bit of Charles Schultz's Peanuts, like Charlie Brown, but theirs are more of a like that. It's still very easy feet to deal with. Okay, so one thing that I hadn't done previously was the shading. So I'm gonna do some of the shading here. Try to get this looking a little... The nice thing about the shading here is that it's all just lines and black ink. So I can just put it down on the outline. It's probably not the best idea, but I can put it down on the outline and not have to worry about it once I get the color in. I can do these little hatchies here. And then, of course, it gets real dark up in here. got his little like hair shirt almost texture, where he's woven it out of the fur of his own compatriots. Yeah? Is that what they're doing? Who's to say? Alright, and then we got your little arm over here. We got, and specifically giving you pockets, so I'm going to leave that off, but we'll give you a little patch here. It's always good to have a little patchy patch. And then of course we got some shading under here. And some more under here. This is a little bit of a shadow. That's good. And then we got our little shoesy woozies. Color those little guys in. And then this fella's just much more beauty than the other otters on the street. So we're gonna add some more little hatchy things in here. He's a grizzled fella. Grizzled fella, the glamour cat. Now, one of the other cool things about this is that he uses these outlines. He uses actual white outlines to kind of show the light shining down. We're going to add those a little later. But for now, I feel like you're good enough. You're good enough here. Now we're just going to do the same over here. Just start tracing this pupper. Our otters, puppies, the kits, otterlings, ots. Okay, so now as we're talking, sometimes your hair shifts around a little bit. So you got your little wafts of buzz going in the different direction. We got our eyebrows are excited. We're just happy to be talking about Root. We love this game. Can't really say a whole bunch about it. If you really want to talk about Root, we got to get the Robut on here. But certainly flavor-wise, it's up my alley. It does some cute, I mean, obviously I like the art, but even the way some of the mechanics represent the different factions, like cats are domesticated, so they're the ones that use like human tools and workshops and do logging and industrialization. And then like the birds, you start out with just like swarms of them. It's like, oh goodness gracious. I'm not liking this little bit over here. I need to give him a little bit of a shave here. A little too schmutzy around there. Gonna like it. Gonna like it. Thank you. Did I just do it back again the same way? Nah, it's fine. Now, see, he's so engaged. He's a very engaged otter. Just very excited to be talking about Root. Got his little Among Us eyes. His little mans. So excited to talk about Root. Once we get these done, we're going to be playing some more, and that'll be exciting. Then I'll spend some online time with my boy, my fella. How did I make these look good previously? What was up with that? How'd I do that? Oh, that's a nice little tinkling of bells there. I like it. Just gotta creep in here with my delicate little mustachios. Yeah, there we go. Got to get some of that upper lip gruff there. And a little bit of this. Oh, I've got my mouth open, so I'm talking. Look at this little fuzzy face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he looks like a terrier. It's a delight. Neat. Get this eye filled in a little bit better here. Looking all right. What about you over here? That's looking all right. It's all right. And then we got a little bit of our gruff there. I'm going to be spending most of this time just tracing the work I did last night. But I mean, that's art, right? It's just draw and draw and draw and draw. Maybe you've drawn it before. Yazoo! Oh! Yazoo! Chew! Oh, everybody's on their same layer. I don't mind. I don't mind if everybody's on the same layer right now. They'll be pretty easy to split here. So here's your little arm, and you're holding up your cards because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you've got these cards. You can trade me a little hammer, maybe some tea. Have a little soup, I think is one of the cards. You're too close. You're too close. You're too close to your little bandana. Get it back over here. There we go. Got to have this little bit of space here. What's the point otherwise? Now we're doing a little drawing around this way, and then his little shoulder comes down here. He's still got his Arthur fist over here. Harumph. Okay. And we're coming down with the little jacket. I did it in a different order, and it's changing how the lines look. All right, we're coming down with the kerchief now. There we go. A little bit under here. We didn't really put in much lines under his kerchief on this one, so we're gonna add a little under there. Make it look cool, you know what I mean? Gotta look cool. Is it the same guy? It might not be. I don't know. All right, don't fill in. Don't do the thing that you're doing right now, Ren. Don't fill in the shading before you're even done with the lines, okay? Let's not rush. We got all the time in the world. Sort of. We got as much time as we give to it. How about that? That's a little better. I'll make this a little dark match. And then we got the rest of our jacket over here. And we put our little patch on it just to be cool. Which, you know, there's some status of cool. Could be. And then we did our rope belt a little bit fancier. Oh, here we go. Come on in there. And give our little lines so that we know it's a rope. And then we've got our little knot on our little belt. So good. All right, so now I'm realizing that this makes it look like those boots actually come up over the tunic. I don't know how to fix that. We'll just leave it as is. Nobody's gonna care. Or if they do, well, then I'll fix it sometime in the future. So now when he's talking, when he's a little bit excited, his tail curls a little more, is what I've decided. Curl it on up there. Yeah, there we go. That's where I wanted it to reach. And then we've got our little tunic here with its little notch out. Unrelated. To the Minecraft fella. Groovy times. Color in our shoes. Making them cute. They were already cute, in my opinion. Now they're cuter. All right. This is going to be a lot of me trying not to sing along to the groove. But maybe I should give in to it. Not doing a great job on that shading. Be forgiving to yourself. And just keep going. Keep going. Add a little bit of fuzz. People are going to say it's Nathan Drawfee because it's got a beardo, but it's Robut. It's Robut Adventure. Let's see. We got a little bit up there, a little bit of grizzle there, and it looks pretty good. So now we'll add some to these little crevices here. And obviously my technique is suffering from many years of not really drawing that much. It's a little more colored in when he's excited, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it. That works for me. We get a little bit of these lines in here. And I think we're looking pretty good. Oh, I forgot under the tail, yeah. Don't forget under the tail, you gotta show that tail's got volume. It exists in a three-dimensional space, I promise. Oops. Yeah. There it goes. That's good enough for now. We'll take it. What do we think of this? Maybe a little bit of shade right there. Don't want to get it too mixed in. All right, I think that works for me. That works for me. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. How much can I repeat of that? They're looking cute. I like them. All right, so now here's the wrens. This is me. And somewhat inspired by the Corvid conspiracy characters. Somewhat inspired by the brown-throated wren. Troglodytes. Also, mildly inspired by Karina Drawfee, who had her little portrait with a little knife in it for quite some time. And we've just got a little hood on here because I'm a hood. Ran in the hood. No. Robin in the hood. Nothing like it at all, actually. I don't rob from anyone. The only things I can give to people are my blood and my hair. I haven't even been able to give blood for a long time because of my anxiety. I want to get back to that. Giving blood is, if you can do it, it's a real easy way to help. But I don't begrudge people not being able to do it because it's also pretty intimidating. Alright, so I got my hot little hand here. My little feather hands. I am gripping my pillow tight. No, I'm not. I'm gripping my knife tight. I'm gonna do a stab here. Got a little, just a little knife for a treat. Then I got my fancy sleeves with our little diamond pattern. It's very fancy. I should follow that so it matches on both little areas, but oh well. Then I got my little tail here. So yeah, the markings here are somewhat realistic for the brown-throated wren, also the Carolina wren looks a little bit like this as well. I'm not a birdman, but I can appreciate birds, and I do like to look things up. I'm just giving some simple claws here. I'm not 100% sure what wren feet look like, but they're wrenish. They're bird-like. Ooh, am I nasty eyes? Is that what I'm doing? Ooh, I could have fun with that. That looks sexy. Sexy eyes. Sexy music sets the mood. Yeah, no, I like that. I like the slightly sexy eyes, and then when I'm over here, I'm going to be just like, bah! Bah! A buddy of mine associates me with chicken, and I like it. But I'm not chicken, but I'm not adverse to being called a chicken. I feel like birds of any feather ought to flock together. Try to stay loud, protect the flock, all of that stuff. Gobble, gobble. Wait, that's not chicken. That's no chicken. Oh, getting into the zone. Making my cute little birds. Bird friendly. Oh, that's what that was. That was the thumb. And that's the hilt. I see it's a little slightly more sophisticated knife than I had originally given it credit for. Let's go back over here and see. Yeah, I need to fix that business. You can't be like that. Oh, get that back over here. Yeah, and then we got a little there and a little there for our thumb, which we need to erase out because it's getting real busy over here. Yeah, that works. Oh, there's a little bit of clapping in this song. Listen, this... I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this better. You'll see. Nope. It's not diamond enough. Not triangle enough. Am I a little angry? I don't think I'm angry. I think I'm just shady. A little shifty. A little bit shifty. Nothing to be surprised about. All birds are shifty. All birds are just out to save themselves. Hot take. Birds are not altruistic. I actually can't speak to that. I mean, certainly crows have a lot more to them than we've given them credit for in the past. This one also has a little bit of a boop phone noise in it. I'm like, wait, what? Squawk? A squawk? I'm squawking. Tweedly tweedly deed. All right, we got this in there. A little portly, everybody knows that. Ain't no frontin', she says, using vernacular that is definitely fronting as something. All right, so then our little tail goes up because we're excited. We got things to peep about. Peep, peep, peep. A little bit of guitar, a little bit of git fiddle. That's good enough. Let's go ahead and shave this side here. I don't know. Got really out of place there. All right, and now we got to get these little feeties in there. What are you doing, little feeties? Are we stepping? Are we high stepping? We're doing a little bit of high stepping. A little bit of bird tiptoeing. Is that right? Do we think birds tiptoe? I don't think they do. They're or my feet are all tangled up together. That's all right. That is how I live my life. Feet always tripping over one another. But now I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Your other tootsies is right here. We're good. All right, time to shade this puppy a little bit here. And if we're following the pattern, we're just gonna come in here, do a little underarm shading, and a little bit down here. And our little pants are going to be darker. This will probably have a little bit here, a little bit here, a bit under my tum-tum here, a bit under the chair here. Give a little under the collar, a little bit here. Not the best it could be, but it's the best that it is right now. This will be a nice dark bit back here because there's not a lot going on back there. All All right, so I think I'm liking the way these are. It's a little scribbly, but you know, my style is what it is. And if my style right now is, huh, that's where I'm at. That's what I'll be producing. Now we can go ahead and hide these under layers here, and we can start doing a little bit of color in. Go ahead and add our color layer. And we're putting that under here. And then this is going to be our guide layer. Now I'm still learning about guide layers, so we might have a few false starts here. And the color scheme, a lot of my colors are based off of my Ren colorations, and they fit in a little pretty good here. But I'm also going to do a little bit of color picking. Let's see here. I need my face here to do a color pick from, because somehow lost that. All right. Well, for this one, let me look how it do. Let's see. How do I use this? Okay. Can't do it on a Rasta layer. It's not allowed. What about you? Oh. All right, it's a start. Okay. Oh, well, for sure. I gotta come back to this. Do a little fix, because in here is gonna be darker for sure. Okay, and then back on over to this brown. We have got fill tool. We'll be coming in here. Oh, whoops. We're just doing some quick ones, just getting the easy things to filled in. Then we'll be coming back with a little bit more detail here. All right, so coming in here, we'll just be doing a little bit of touch up in here. Whoops, I did it bad. Doop doop doo doo. Oh, I like this little honk honk noise in the background. Getting that colored in. Okay, and then we come in here with our little handsies, our little wing hands. We are a brown bird as a wren bee. Wren bee and bee. Ha 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 ha. No. That was a goof. That was a silly one. Oh, the dogs outside are barking. You probably can't hear that though, so it's fine. Do a little coloring in here. Get the, ooh, don't want that. Got a little brown in our eye there. A little brown eye going on. And then our little hands. Get our little hands and our little pinky filled in. And then fill in our tail here. So now that's kind of the medium brown. That's a lighter brown. I'll grab the darker brown now. And we'll pop back on over here and give ourselves some darker brown feet. I don't really feel the need to get too into the fill for these because we're not hitting a lot of stuff here. We're just getting the tootsies. Oh, I do love this bird. This bird is a joy to behold for me personally. Everybody has different bird tastes, I know. But what a cutie. What a cute, dangerous little wren with their little knife. Their absolutely atrocious knife grip. That's the slightly darker brown. And then I do like for our things to match. I think, should this, nah. If I'm in this, oh hey, I do have these browns in here. I'm so smart. I should have opened this up. Okay, so I want to go with this brush right now, but I want it to be more of an ink. Not a wet blotting ink, but a dry ink. Let's bring down, that was too small of a brush. Let's try this then. We're just going to see what this looks like. Not what I thought it would do. Interesting. What if it's just white? That's not doing anything. What does it mean? Very interesting. Oh, look at this. Okay, don't get wrapped up in things. I don't think it's doing interesting. It doesn't want to. It marks up the stuff below it, but not where I've colored it. I'm learning things. Interesting. Thick paint. Well, that does something. Oh. That's an interesting one. That looks pretty wrenish. What do we think of that? Do we like that? Don't know if I do. I think I would like it better with a different color. So let's go in here to our color and let's try this one. I gotta look at what the originals look like, because they don't get this, they don't get too much into the shading and color, so I don't want to get too much into it myself. We're just adding a little bit of detail for me. I like how this brush looks. looks like some good feathers. Just get a little bit of this coloration in here. I like it. I like it. It's not everything, but it doesn't have to be everything. It can just be a little something. You know what I mean? Just a little something to make it cute. My eyeballs are getting big. All right, so then if I come up here, and what I really want to do with our color is start doing some filling in here. What color is this? Is this the darker orange? It's the lighter orange. I'm going to go ahead into this orange. It's kind of a Garfield orange. A little handy hand. Here I am grooving in again. I just cannot stop grooving. So now, how awful of an orange? It's not too bad, honestly. It's not too off. Definitely a little oranger, but I like it going with my color scheme here. I'm gonna give you some panache here in a minute with your little face and your little outfit. Coloring in here, get your ear. Oops, went a little too far out on that ear there. So we're gonna make you a little furrier than these guys generally are. Do scoot do boo boo do. There's one thing I like the little vocal bit. The little vocal bit on this one where it's like, oh how ooh, ooh. Yeah, this chill hop thing seems like a pretty good little way of having some nice chill tunes while I'm doing my drawing. And with that in place, you may see me do more draw streams. Just because before I didn't like the sound of silence, you know what I mean? It's just a bit too much to take. And unlike Drawfee, my heroes, I do not have 3 other people to banter while I
You're
draw.
drawing?
I am drawing. An unofficial.
Yeah, it's probably copyright. Oops, I'm making your talk face talk.
You are it's where I get my deep voice. Fix up those eyes a little bit.
I'm looking at all your dealies.
All my dealies,
Oh,
all
you
my
listen to
setup.
Chill hype?
Chill hop, yeah.
Some hype chill hop?
Some hype chill hop. Today this song is called Snapback.
Oh. I snap back when people snap sometimes, and Marvel snap.
Ooh, I bet that's what it's about. I initially thought about the hats.
That's probably, yeah.
It's probably about the hat.
Well, I'm done. I love you.
Oh, done?
Mm-hmm.
What day? What time? Oh, sweet. Oh, that's right.
We're on phones.
Well, come in my chat for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Just grooving. Just grooving. So how matchy should we be in our outfits? Well, first off, I got to go back to my thick paint. Pointillism. I'm going to go in here to my slightly darker brown. I want to look at this. Okay, so it's their top bits that are more. We're just going to give a little bit of texture to our muzzle puff here. A little bit of texture. Reckon it. I could go a little higher on this brush size, I bet. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that. A little bit of dirty face. A little bit of dirty face. A little dirty paws. Like that song. All right. And now we're going to switch over here. We're going to give you your beautiful eyebrows. Beautiful, expressive eyebrows. There we go. Looking good. And then now we're going to go ahead and give them their little clothes. I hear Robot here. Robot here. Love when Robot's here. Oh, Leap Chest, I didn't even see. Did you just get here? I'm glad you like them. I only just saw you. Well, dang. Yeah, I am end stream. There we go. I did a little pin up there of the artist who does the original artwork for Root. If you want to check him out, that's what I'm basing these off of. You can definitely see the inspiration there. But time to figure out how I want them to be dressed. Ooh, that was a little bubbly noise. All right, so my color palette here is mainly in these greens and blues. Well, I'm gonna dress the wren first. Because what we got going on here is we've got a little tunic here. We'll have to, am I still under there? Yeah, I am. Awesome. Be colored in this tunic here. I need to get zoomed in a little farther here. Get really in on them. Get in here on these little tiny bits. All right. And give this little green tunic. And now I believe the hoods are a separate piece. So I'm going to keep that a separate color. Little guy, just a nice little guy there. It's just a happy little guy. Let's go walk. Go walk that little guy. I'm gonna come in here. That's just the coloring in part that I get a little zoned in on because it's very much a comfort activity for me to color. So I tend to zone out a little bit when I'm just doing the line following. Alright, so I think what I want is to get a little bit of a blue in here. We're going to go in and grab some of my Wraith Mistress blues, because they always blend in kind of nicely with the red colors, because, you know, I kind of picked them all to go along together. So they end up as like little minty teal accents, as it were. Let me just fill in this here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Give me a big glomp of it, please. Thank you. Oh, whoops. We're bleeding. We're bleeding a little bit. Let's undo that bit of bleeding. Didn't. All right. Back to manual coloring. Groovy grooving. Such groove, I tell you. Alright, I'm trying to get this worked out here. There we go. That colored in. We got our nice little blue hood here. Not gonna make it too fancy here. Oops. Do have to stay in the lines though. That's what art is. Wait, that's wrong. It seems misguided. Oh, cute little guys. See, this is an issue, is when I'm too enamored of my own drawing. It makes me feel conceited, but they're so cute. Look how cute they are. Oh, this little guy. He just wants to cause trouble. And stab a few things. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Just a little stabby stab here and there. Now I do want... Let's see, let me zoom out a little bit here. Squawk. Every time I see the squawk, I love it. Okay. Let's give me just some darker green pants, I think. That is, well, we're gonna select this one and then go over here and make it go a little darker. There we go. Good to have coordinated pants. My bloomers here. Lean forward a little bit more, you see more of my bloomers. Just because I can't make the same pencil stroke twice to save my life. But it's okay. Now I'm going to go a little into the sort of gold handled dagger here. It's a very fancy dagger. I don't know where I got it. Probably not legally. And then, of course, it's got to have an iron blade. I paid the iron price for it. Did I, though? I don't think I did. I probably paid the seed price for it. Okay, so what do we want my little... I think I'm going to go for a nice little lavendery, little lavender highlight on my, on my sleeves here. Does it 100% match? No. Would it be cool if it was the only bit of fabric that I had? Okay, but really that doesn't match at all. I hate it. Go away. Go away. Go away. It's going to be the same teal that it was here. Because look, it's coordinated. Now I'm all in these like lovely teal teal grayish little outfit. I am a fashion icon, as it were. No, as it won't. And there's one more thing I see that I gotta do here, or I will dislike myself in the future. I kind of wish once I color picked a thing that it would go back to the tool I was using, but I'm not going to fuss about it. All right, so here's that, and then a little black line. I'm coming up to my line layer, and we're putting a little line here. Because it's the same, the knife has got to be the same. All right, so I think Ren's happy there. So we're going to come up to Robut. Now, Robut does technically have darker hair than I do, just so everyone's aware. But I don't want to get too dark brown in the otter realm. Just because I want it to pop. You know what I mean? And what kind of colors we got in here. So now for your little outfit, I know I wanted to have a teal kerchief, so we're going to start there. Let me zoom in a little bit more. All right, fella, here you go. Oops. Always beware. Beware the layer. What layer are you on? Beware, beware. All right, we're just popping in here. Getting this little thing all filled out here. Cute little kerchief, if I do say so myself. And I do. You know, the nice thing about doing art for your own channel is that you've no one to blame but yourself if you don't like it. But you also get to have it be just to the level of what you're willing to do for that day. And you don't have another customer coming after you being like, why suck? Why suck? Because tired. Oh, come in here, you. So I was thinking, because normally I call my partner the Robut, but I think for this one it's Robotter. What do we think of that? Robotter? I thought about making them kind of like the Clockwork, because there's this whole Clockwork segment to Root where everybody's a little bit of a robot. And I thought about leaning on that more, but Robot just loves the otters so much. I had to stick with otters. Not even robot otters. They gotta be the cute, fuzzy kind. With your little bristly whiskers and their love of putting rocks in things. Oh, that's some good videos if you ever have the chance. Seeing otters put their prize rocks into things. All right, we're going to give you dark brown boots because it's boots. I always imagined boots being dark brown. Just completely undoing the reason I shaded them. Nah, we're fine. It's fine. Nobody cares about boots. Heck, there's a very good chance that the boots will be off of screen when we finally use these. We'll just see how that goes. See where I place them. Today, I was playing Phasmophobia with my buddy who's a VTuber, and he has different proportions, whereas my usual, like, streaming face is just a big face. And so when you put the two together, it was just my enormous face and this teeny tiny little man. But, you know, I'll take it. gender dimorphism. The female of the species is a giant head. What did I do? Why didn't it show up? What did I do? I'm still on erase. That's why. Okay. Here's our little rope belt. Don't know why I'm coloring that in first out of all of this, but all right. What kind of jacket do we want to have on? You know, I want a reddish jacket is the thing, because the robot's color is red. So it needs to have a bit of a red jacket. But it still has to fit in with the rest of this stuff. Do we like that? I think I like that. Yeah, that's a nice color. It's a little rosy pink, but you know, when you're a river folk out there trying to make a living, you're gonna get some sun-bleached clothing. It's the thing. Your prize jacket, though once red, will someday fade to a lovely dusty rose. Little lovey groove in time. So I ate some pizza for lunch. I'm not sure what I want to have for dinner. I don't think it's one of those things where right now I don't want anything, you know? It's a little early for us. Oh, I do love this jacket coat. It's just what I was envisioning. Jacket coat, jacket color. That's what I meant to say. You know, this is one where I could probably do the thing. Yeah. Do the thing, save myself a lot of time here. Good. Cheat when you can. It's not cheating if you're allowed to do it. If the system is set up. No, that's not what I believe. It's ridiculous. It's anarchy. All right, so now what do we think? What other colors do we have in our little Ren view? I'm gonna do, I think I'll do this beige for the undercoat. What do we think of that? That works. It's a colorful fella. Colorful fella here. Just out here making a living. It's a living. Now, I forget what the backs of the root cards look like. I was gonna mimic those, but if I recall correctly, I think the color scheme is pretty well on what I've got selected here. So I don't think I'll go too far amiss if I'm just going with what I've got, what I've already got picked out here. Ooh, this groove is nice. This is a nice little groove. Lots of root card backs. Oh, yeah. Well, basically just, if I choose one of these pastels that I'm working with, or pseudo pastels, do you think they'll fit in? Where's that darker brown? Gonna use this one, make our little coin pouch here. Boo. All right, so he's so cute. I keep looking at his big eyes, and it's just a delight. It's just a delight to look at. Okay, so if we really want to get in there, let's go ahead in here. Because what I'm going to do here is very sneaky. It's going to be a very sneaky thing to do. I'll make it this blue. I need an even smaller brush, even smaller than 4-point brush. Because all I'm going to do here is give it just a touch of color so that you can kind of see, because they got the white rims on the back, if I recall correctly. And we're just putting these. So he's got possibly, I think these might be the bird cards. We'll see. But there they are. So now let's back it up. And here's what I'm going to call the final product. So now at this point, I just got to save them out as their selves, and we'll have our little people for playing Root together. Let me save this file. Hot dog. Look at the cuties. Squawk. I'm squawking. And I'm going to stab you. I just have cards to trade. Okay, well, that's good. All right, well, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a great day out there. Have a chill hop day. Bye for now.